shirt. My goodness.
Let's see. We're waiting for the call here in order to start this game. We're going to get their characters. Any moment here, we've got... wow. Okay.
That's a pick.
Game Watch, Marth, and Crom. Sorry, Game Watch wasn't invited to the Fire Emblem party.
One of these was not like the others.
And then against Duck Hunt, Palutena, and Lucina. Lucina switched sides.
Interesting.
How that worked. Game Watch fits perfectly with Duck Hunt over there. But
when they switch orders, it's going to be very difficult to tell Crom and Marth apart.
Yes.
That headband is about our only indication.
So what I'm already thinking about here is, especially for Game 2 and onwards, it's going to be so interesting because I feel like Duck Hunt is going to do so good against our two swordies, but not the Game & Watch.
Exactly.
So this is a great opening for Naux here, Game 1, and we're going to see how this is going to lead into potential Game 2, Game 3 even. This is what is so interesting and key about Squad Strike.
That makes it so pivotal that they put the Game & Watch in the center, right?
Yes.
Just in case they came into a zoner, they're like, okay, well, if they get past the first character, then I'll have the perfect counter pick.
But then on the flip side, if they get past the Duck Hunt talk, I think Lucina's going to do very good against Game & Watch.
Precisely, which is like such a different pick, because like when you look at Palutena and Duck Hunt, like Palutena is less of a zoner than Duck Hunt. Oh my goodness! Canned! You got canned!
I played a little Squad Strike in my time, and these two right here are making me feel like there are layers to this event I don't even understand yet.
All right, these two characters are some aged. I think these guys came in the same amiibo pack just for being the oldest. Only one can win. And so far, I'm thinking that Bucket is going to play a huge role in that. My question is the bullet from the gunman, is that going to be absorbed by the Bucket or reflected? I
will almost certainly not be able to be absorbed, but it can get reflected. Half that move is going to get reflected, but what won't get reflected is a whole sword.
A whole darn sword.
A whole darn sword.
Anyway, it's out of the sheath now.
All right, no jump. Here we go. Are we going to go for a little bit of a ballsy downer? Nope, just a forward smash. Should I get something? Oh.
Yeah, Nair from ledge for Game & Watch is just like a huge answer to almost every option.
Yes.
The only punish I've ever seen for it is like just like veering back a little bit, maybe with a wave dash and forward smashing it. That's only if you get the read on it. And we're offline now. You can react. Right? Good luck with that.
I like the ledge pressure that NineDJ is putting on here, keeping Lucina at the ledge, despite the fact that Lucina loves ledge. If she can't get out of it, there you go!
He went all the way from like, wow!
That was good DI, though.
Certainly was. Almost flawless. Impeccable, in fact. But wow, he went. I don't think he's taken like almost any damage this stock. Mike at the chair!
All right, let's mark it down. This guy means Game & Watch.
Yeah, scribble that. All right, however, oof. All right, I know that down throw. Does it lead into back air still? I think they might have gotten rid of that.
Depends on the character. I'd say against like your high percentages on Game Watch, it won't. It will become a really strong 50-50 though. If you're like a larger character like Rob, then it will at almost any percent. But Game Watch should be fine against it. Marth is going to be close. I feel like at lower percents it will, and then it'll become the 50-50. Not to mention Marth could probably just up B out of it based on the certain read.
Yeah, the Dolphin Slash is nothing to be trifled with on Shield. This is a person who likes to up B out of Shield. Based on all three character selections.
Right?
All right. My goodness. It was looking like Jay's game for a moment there.
It was, but this is tough too because usually Palutena kind of struggles with some swords, but she's taking the lead right now.
Because I don't care what my character struggles with. I don't struggle here. And that's the key. Okay. Usually, ooh, a good placed explosive flame, force an option, but he gets to ledge anyway. All right.
Gets him off stage. No projectiles will reach there, but it's going to be so hard to two-frame at Marth. Near impossible that move.
Yeah, going all the way through Smash Bros. Cleaving it in half for a moment's notice.
I think Palutena is probably the best two-framer in the game, except with the giant sword.
Oh, was that a jump spec?
Oh, no!
In fact, but oh my goodness gracious, what a heartbreaking end. But luckily that wasn't game 3.
We've still got plenty more to come here. Took the jump, though, was fantastic, but just a little bit of a miscalculation there.
Yeah, we all had our eyes on Palutena, right? And then we suddenly realized, wait, where's the other guy?
Right?
In the depths of the blast zone is where he is. Regrettable. But yeah, like he still outplayed him in the end, and I think he's going to be confident going into game 2. Depends on the order of the lineup.
Exactly.
Squad strike.
Like you mentioned, if they get past this character, I got this character. The other person got this character, I got this character. And like they both kind of had like that double coverage there, and it ended up at last stock each kind of situation, which is really good. But it just shows that game 2 or 3 then could go either the same or heavy one-sided on one side or the other. So
man, imagine having this much to manage in a bracket. I didn't sign up for Squad Strike, but if I did, I would be spending 30 seconds on the stage selection, and they'd be like, all right, you have no more time for your characters. Not that I would have any chance anyway. I have 2 characters. That is it.
Puff and Kirby.
Kirby would be interesting.
Your tag's Big Pink, play Kirby.
And he's Big Red.
Okay.
There you go. The gum, the soda, the big cat, baby. But yeah, all right. Coming into game 2 here. Very interesting end to game 1. I guess that's sort of the shaky exasperation you would expect out of a national.
Yep. Both players look relatively unfazed up. Got some communication between them. Are we good?
Are they unfazed, or can we just not see?
True.
One of them is wearing glasses on top of everything.
Under the mask, they're just making all these movements right now.
Must have been a stage misselection, or maybe like an out-of-order selection.
That or
And now you gotta wait. With no pause, you gotta wait for them to download the buffer time. The game makes you sit with this. It goes, oh, you messed up? Think about that for a moment. Timeout. All right. But now here's the problem, right? Like, that kind of revealed the order they were going with.
That's a good point.
So what do you do now? Do you just like make sure that you go the exact same order?
Whoever called for the reset, that means the other person's order was correct.
Ah.
So, all right. Out of game meta right here.
And we only know what's like in game, right? No, we know it like at the loading screen where they pop up all 3 characters.
Yes.
Yes. I do love the bubblegum pink Yoshi. Got a big old gumball for a nose.
If the order changes, it's going to be so hilarious. It's got to be so good at Mafia at Summit.
Right,
Oh
my goodness. Lies and deceit. Oh, I picked the wrong stage. Excuse me.
Okay.
Very clever. All right. Duck Hunt on Game & Watch. So this is basically like in the Game & Watch's favor, obviously. This is what the Game & Watch was probably intended for.
Yes.
Ergo. The game begins.
I think that's the same order, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Duck on the other side.
I think it was Lucina first for the other one. Wait,
I remember Palutena was second, but I know NineDJ's order is the same. All right, either way,
we're juggling.
We've got Duck Hunt versus Game Watch here, and this is, like you said, this is what the Game Watch was designed for. Now he's got like a little bit of a good call here in the matchup-wise.
Yeah, you may have like an advantage in the matchup on paper, but are you ready for Duck Hunt? I'm not ready for Duck Hunt.
I mean, having the matchup on paper is usually what Game Watch does.
You're right, yeah. Let me think about that for a minute. Oh no. Cut that from the script, cut the paper in half. He's already out of there.
The character that was designed for the matchup didn't. Or
I blame you for that.
He couldn't cut it. He couldn't cut it. But speaking of what, we got Marth here.
He said, did someone say cut? My goodness, all right. Making it past these things shouldn't be too much of a difficulty. And that Frisbee, the clay pigeon, has so much end lag.
Oh my god, yes.
It's a lot like Mecha Koopa, right? Like, it looks like such a powerful zoning option until you realize how long they have to sit there afterwards.
But if you're hit by it.
But if you're hit by it, infinites.
All right, he's charging. All right, oh,
the
perfect
perfect spacing. He doesn't miss those.
A little bit of a lower percent there. If it was like any higher, maybe like 50 or 60, actually across stage might not have killed, but once you get those tipper spacings on Marth, this character actually becomes kind of scary.
If you can space really well in a very limited amount of time, Marth is for you.
If he can space a Marth, he can space a Lucina though too.
Oh, for sure. Like, we all know, like, you can get them into position for tippers, like with Dancing Blade and other things. But if you can get it raw from, like, just a moment's notice by walking or just positioning or dashing forward, wave dashing, whatever.
Right.
Man, he becomes a monster, a force of nature.
Good edge guarding coming out here by Naux. Keeping him off stage. What can Marth do against this?
A Dancing Blade, but somehow missing the tipper there.
Right, and that was close too.
Yeah, extremely. And unfortunately, it lets us pretend the tipper hit, shall we?
Yeah. All right, we've got a Echo Ditto coming up here. Probably, you know, now that I think about it, NineDJ probably just couldn't pick.
Fire Emblem Echoes?
Yeah.
Next title, confirmed. Coming in here, wow, yeah, 133% Rage Marth.
All right, this Marth is coming back here. Big punish, anything?
Oh,
Does not have a jump.
Oh, this is an ugly situation. He's great at juggling, but she finds her way back down regardless.
Yep.
Ooh, and I love the delay on the landing there, but to what end?
Here's what I'm interested. We haven't seen the Yoshi yet. That was not a game 1 pick, and perfectly coordinated with us too. No big deal.
I'd imagine Yoshi versus a sword was not the plan.
No. Ooh, that almost could have gotten it, but gets back fine.
Yo, the way the egg was in the exact same position as his egg and shield.
Almost picked it up. Down B though, but this stage has that high ceiling.
Yes, sirree. Okay.
All right, star hitbox.
Those splash hitboxes come in real handy.
This pressure from Yoshi's actually hella good right now, covering all the air dodges, covering the different like landings options.
And only taking 27% so far. If this stock closes soon, and it will.
That down tilt getting around like the aerials there from Lucina. Jeez.
My goodness gracious.
But now we have a counter shield.
In fact, yeah, we have armor on armor now.
Yeah.
Armor on invincibility now. Okay. Almost getting a really good extension there, but at these percents, that hit stun's just not sufficient.
See if we can get any more damage here.
Trip, my goodness.
Automatic
tripping.
Good. Oh, yeah, as if the move wasn't good enough. Why not just gonna protect all the trips during it too?
Are you playing Brawl?
I'm down.
Must be. Okay, and that big extension, we saw that on the last stock to finish it. That was had to have been in his input.
So Yoshi needs to find a way to get a little bit more damaging without getting grabbed, without getting outspaced, anything like that.
The way he had the confidence, he's like, that explosive flame will not hit me. It will burn the edges of my Tims, and that's about it. Oh, goodness.
There we go. The shield is going to seal it going home.
All right.
Going home further where he deserves to be in the winner's bracket, 2-0.
All right.
Listen, this event